Join me as I dive into some of the scariest haunted video games out there and see if I can make it through without losing my mind. Haunted video games have a way of evoking fear and unease, making you question what's real and what's just a game. I'll be showcasing some of the most spine-tingling titles that will leave you speechless. Gamers face a unique challenge when encountering supernatural elements in games. It's a delicate balance between immersion and terror. The line between reality and fiction starts to blur, making it difficult to distinguish what's happening in the game and what's happening in real life. This fear factor is what makes haunted video games so compelling, as players are drawn to the thrill of the unknown. The supernatural elements in these games can range from ghostly apparitions to unexplained events, keeping players on edge. As gamers navigate through haunted worlds, they must confront their deepest fears, making the experience even more terrifying. Haunted video games often feature eerie environments, creepy sound effects, and terrifying enemies. Games like Amnesia and Outlast are perfect examples, with their creepy atmospheres and intense gameplay. These games are designed to scare, and they do a great job of it. Players have reported some pretty eerie experiences while playing these games, from unexplained noises to ghostly apparitions. The fear of the unknown is what makes these games so terrifying, as players are never quite sure what's going to happen next. Some haunted video games are more subtle in their approach, using psychological horror to unnerve players. Games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil use a combination of creepy atmospheres and terrifying enemies to create a sense of unease. These games are just as terrifying as their more overt counterparts, but in a more understated way. Players must use their wits to survive, as the games often feature puzzle solving and strategic gameplay. The horror elements in these games are just as effective, but in a more nuanced way. One particularly terrifying moment that stands out is the ending of the game Amnesia. Without giving too much away, let's just say it's a real mind-bender. The game's use of psychological horror and creepy atmospheres makes for a truly terrifying experience. Players have reported being on the edge of their seats as they navigate through the game's haunted world. The fear factor is amplified by the game's use of sound effects and visuals, making for a truly immersive experience. The ending is just the culmination of all the terror that's been building up throughout the game. The fear factor in haunted video games is what makes them so compelling. Players are drawn to the thrill of the unknown and the terror that comes with it. Games like Amnesia and Outlast are perfect examples of how to create a terrifying experience. The use of creepy atmospheres, terrifying enemies, and psychological horror all combine to create a sense of unease that's hard to shake. As players navigate through haunted worlds, they must confront their deepest fears, making the experience even more terrifying. The impact of these games can be long-lasting, with players reporting that they're still scared long after finishing the game. Haunted video games are a unique breed, offering an experience that's both terrifying and exhilarating. They have a way of evoking fear and unease, making you question what's real and what's just a game. The games showcased here are just a few examples of the many haunted video games out there, and they're sure to leave you speechless. If you've had any terrifying experiences with haunted video games, be sure to share them in the comments below. And if you're looking for more spine-chilling content, be sure to check out my other videos on horror games.